What is going on, YouTubeverse? John Stanek from Johnny Radio here on this beautiful Top 5 Friday, and I'm so excited to be talking to you about the top 5 songs of 1981. We're going through the 80s one at a time, and this is another fun year, so let's get right to it. At number 5... The Groom Still Waiting at the Altar by Bob Dylan, off of his 1981 album, Shot of Love. Almost forgot the title there. This is the third in his God trilogy, where basically there were Christian rock albums. Essentially, Bob Dylan became a Christian in the late 70s and started making music and talking a lot about it at his concerts. And this actually was my favorite of the 3 albums. And this song especially just is so rocking for a Bob Dylan tune. It's actually, Christian or not, one of my favorite Dylan songs. It's just, it's got such a cool groove to it. It's got, of course, amazing lyrics, amazing imagery. You wouldn't even necessarily know that it's a Christian song unless you're really paying attention, but definitely one of his best of that era for sure. So that is at my number 5. Now at number 4... Regiment by Brian Eno and David Byrne, off of their album My Life in the Bush of Ghosts, which, if you haven't heard this thing, it is amazing. Such a great collaboration between these two just mega talents. Brian Eno, the amazing producer, David Byrne of the Talking Heads. And it's really hard it was difficult for me to pick one standout track, because really every song on here is so cool and it feels almost collectively as just a sum of a whole. But Regiment has this amazing bass groove that just makes you want to put your teeth out like, yeah. And it's got this female vocal and just all these cool percussive things going on. Of course, the two of them were very into like African music at the time and mixing in, Eno's kind of crazy studio wizardry at the time. This record was way ahead of its time, and this song is a perfect example of that. Pretty much an instrumental, but good enough to make my top 5. And that's just at number 4. So now at number 3... Under Pressure, another collaboration, this time Queen and David Bowie. I mean, you don't get bigger than that, guys. Those two behemoths, especially at the time. Queen was just at the top of their game. They had just come out with, We Will Rock You, and they had already been huge from Bohemian Rhapsody on. And then David Bowie was just, it's freaking Bowie. And it's really one of the best rock collaborations of all time, in that no one really, Freddie Mercury, one of the greatest vocalists of all time. So how is Bowie even going to really match him? But they kind of distribute the spotlight equally in the song, if that's possible. And what they each bring to the table is beautiful. Of course, the bass line is so memorable, especially infamously how Vanilla Ice stole it to make Ice Ice Baby, but it doesn't come anywhere near Under Pressure and what the song means. I mean, they really tapped into something that was going on culturally at the time, and still to this day. I mean, hey, I think we're even under more pressure in 2021 than we were in 1981. So the song still is very relevant and just amazing. The two heavyweights on vocals, especially Freddie Mercury, when he goes up at the end, like, I don't even know how high his voice went, but just truly incredible. And that's just at my number 3. So now at number 2... Every Little Thing She Does Is Magic by The Police. Absolutely love this song. It is just one of the delightful songs out of their catalog from the album Ghost in the Machine, which, if I had to pick, is probably my favorite Police record. And this is my favorite track off of it. I mean, it's just got such a catchy melody, and the music that accompanies it, it's like, you know, that kind of reggae rock that the Police had already perfected by this time, mixing in almost like a Latin vibe as well. And with these marimba sounds in the background, it just makes you want to dance and just sing along. And I love how it ends with that weird thing Sting is doing, going EO, EO, and whatever that means. You just want to sing along with it, man. I mean, come on. It just, it's one of the greatest songs of the decade, really. So that is just my number 2. Now at number 1, Private Eyes by Hall & Oates. Yes, I love me some Hall & Oates, and this is actually my favorite song by them. It just has everything that you love about Hall & Oates. It's, you know, John Oates with this really cool guitar riff and, you know, upbeat, like all their best stuff, and Daryl Hall just coming in there with this fun kind of thing like, private eyes are watching you. It's actually kind of creepy when you think about the lyrics of the song, but it doesn't even matter, man. I actually made a dance for this song that I've done on another video. I'm not going to do the whole thing, but it has to do with clapping and spinning around and doing like some of this 80s moves that us white people do so well. It's, you know, it's really, Hall & Oates are like the best at doing a white man's version of R&B is essentially what that band is and what they do best. And this is truly, I think, the pinnacle of their achievement. It's my favorite record by them and my favorite song on it, even though, I mean, it definitely had some other contenders, but that is my favorite, guys. You might crucify me for this one, but that's my top 5 songs of 1981. Let me know in the comments below, what are your top 5? I mean, again, I had to put that at my tops. There's not many songs that I have a personal dance that I made just for that song. So you understand, it's a personal thing. But would love to see your list. If you're so bold, leave me a top 10. And guys, we got top 5s every Friday, album reviews, so much more. Thank you so much for watching, and as always, Viva La Vinyl. So guys, thanks so much for watching. Please like, subscribe, and be sure to ring the bell for notifications so you can always see great quality content like you're seeing on the screen right now. Thank you so much for supporting Johnny Radio, and I'll see you soon.